Thanks for joining me for this week's DIY. And here's where you can find Zariah's creations all over social media. And if you are new to this channel, I invite you to subscribe and then click that notification bell so that you'll be the first to know when there's a new video posted to this channel. And after watching the video, if you like it, why not give us a thumbs up? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to share with you my DIY on creating these traveler's notebooks. Before I get into the tutorial, I'm just going to do a brief flip through of the three that I have recently made. I love making these, and as you can see I have some charms on the side, and I'm just using paper packs that you can buy from Joann's, Michael's, Hobby Lobby, AC Moore, any craft shop that sells paper packs. And I'll show you which paper pack I use very shortly. But inside I have 3 notebooks in here that I purchased from the Dollar Tree. And they are lined and they are sewn. So these are sewn, and I just cut up papers to fit the composition book. Here I made a folder, 2-pocket folder that you can slip some things in. And then I also covered this front and back as well, front and back. And then I made a page marker. I'm going to laminate this as soon as I find the rest of the paper that's like this, because I want to actually make this a pocket on the back as well. So that'll be a page marker. So I have 3 notebooks, 1 page marker, 1 2-pocket folder. And that is what I actually have in each of these. So if you want to see how to make your very own, stay tuned. So here are some of the tools that we are going to need for today's project. I purchased these 3 sewn composition books, mini composition books from the Dollar Tree. I also know that they sell these at Walmart, and I was told they sell them for 88 cents. I did get these for $1, and the one at Walmart actually has more than 50 sheets. So next time I'll probably go and grab those. You're also going to need a pair of scissors just in case, your X-Acto knife, a paper trimmer, as well as a scoreboard, or actually, and I do have a scoreboard here, but I'm not sure if I'm actually going to use it. Your hole puncher from Crocodile, some elastic string, some decorative paper, and a bone folder. I finally got this name right, a bone folder. So that's what you're going to need for today's project. Let's get started. Oh, and you're also going to need a laminator, which I have on the side, and because of the cord, you guys won't see the laminator. So the first thing is I need to pick some paper, matching sheets from this paper pack. And I got this paper pack from Tuesday Morning, which has become like my new favorite store. Maybe I'll just use this one. I got it from Tuesday Morning on trend. It was $6.99, 48 sheets, 12 by 12 cardstock paper. And then I love on the front how it shows you what is on the inside. All right, so we got our paper. And now we are going to cut up our papers. We're going to laminate the cover, and then we will change our composition books, which just that quick I misplaced. Oh, here we go. We're going to change the cover of our composition books to go from, as I showed you, from this to this, to make it look nice and pretty. So let's start with the cover. So our cover is going to be the flowers. And the measurement is going to be 8 by 5. 8 inches by 5 inches. And so, I want this to be my up and down line. So 8 inches, here's the 8. I don't know if you can see. All right, so here's the 8 inches right here. Make sure that your paper is touching the edge. So it's 8 inches for the length or width, and then 5 for the height. Is that 5? 5, here we go. Make sure everything is touching, then slice. And don't throw away your extras because we're going to use these. Alright, so this is going to be our cover that we are going to use to make the outer part. And so with this, we are going to score. And I'm actually going to, oops, sorry guys, I'm actually going to use my scoreboard since it will fit on here. So for the cover, we're going to score at 3.5, 4, and 4.5. So here's our 3.5. Our 4. And then our 4.5. Alright, so it's kind of hard to see. And then I'm just going to fold at the score lines. Oh, and the other thing you're going to need is a paper punch. And don't mind my mat. This mat has been through it. As Shaka Khan says, through the fire. Alright. And so I want to use my, because this is right here, I am going to use my envelope punch board, because on the back it has a reverse punch that can round off my corners. You don't have to round off your corners if you don't want to, but all the other ones that I made, I rounded off the corners. So I want to round off these two. All right. This way. And so that just looks nice and neat. All right, so we got that. And then for our composition covers, our composition book covers, we are going to cut 6 pieces. So that's going to be 2 of each kind. So if you want to use the same ones, you absolutely can. But 2 of each kind, which will total 6, at 5 3/4 by 4.5 inches. 4.5 inches is our height. And our 5 3/4 is going to be our width. Now here's 5 3/4, but I kind of like to put it at, I don't know what the next one is. Let me look on mine. It doesn't say it on here either. The one that's in between the 5 3/4 and the 6, I just like that extra room. So that's where I'm putting mine. But when I follow the tutorial on YouTube, 5 3/4 was the measurement. And I'm following so many different people. I wish I could remember exactly. Oh, actually, I did. I wrote it down. See, y'all know I never remember stuff. Lyric Lover 810. She has a fantabulous YouTube page. So that's Lyric Lover 810. I'll put it in the description bar down below. That is who I followed for this particular page. Oh, I did that wrong. Because this one is my height. And so my height is 4.5. Alright, so my height is 4.5, and then my length is 5 3/4. Here we go. 5 3/4 and some change. You can go at 5 3/4, but I'll show you guys why. I'll show you what I'm doing with that. That's my 4.5, and then we're going to do the 5 3/4 plus change. And on the sidelines, I have my laminator just waiting. So the folder, we need it to be 6.5 by 6. Is that right? Yes. Looking at my notes, 6.5 by 6. That is going to be for the double pocket. That is going to be for the double pocket, and we are going to score this at so on the 6.5 side, okay, so for the 6.5 side, and that should be this one, yes, 6.5 side, we are going to score it at 3 1/4. So move this down to 3 1/4. Try to get it as even as possible. Make sure your slider mark is out of the way if you're using your paper trimmer. And then for the 6-inch side, let me see which one I want to be the bottom. For the 6-inch side, we are going to score at 4.5. Okay. Sorry guys if that was too loud. Then we want to fold. Alright, and so as you can see, that kind of like, that is your folder. So it's up to you if you want to round off the top. I don't round off the bottom, only because I have this point here. But I did round off the top on the other folders. I don't know if it makes a difference, because everything else is rounded on the inside of the book. So I'm going to round this too. Just the top. Alright, so let me show you how you're going to get a little break up here. Scissors. Oh, here we go. Now I'm not going to cut a lot, but we're going to cut on a diagonal from your crease right here. Make sure you guys can see. Oh, so from the crease right here, you're going to go up in a little diagonal and cut like a little triangle. Not a lot. And then it opens up. And then I'm going to put some on the other end. So while I'm doing that, let's just put that there. Give it a little bit of weight. It probably makes sense to put it on this side so then that way you can actually see how much. And I'm just smearing it, making sure it gets to the tip. I can press it down with that. And now we have our folder. Now you can laminate the folder if you want and then cut it open, but I'm not gonna, I'm just gonna leave it as paper. All right, so we have our cover, we have our double pocket folder, and then we have the 3 pieces for our book. And then I said I was gonna do a whatchamacallit, another pocket, so it'll have 2 pockets. So I'll need to cut this down. And so again, I'm going to pull out my envelope punch. And for the bottom, I'm going to do my corner punch. And then Now, because this is not double-sided like some the other pages that I used, I am going to do my pocket part on the white part. And so I'll just cut it versus pulling it up the... I love these scissors. I got these scissors from Aldi's, which is a supermarket. It's like a Save-A-Lot, like if some of you guys know what Save-A-Lot is. It's like a Save-A-Lot. And it came with a rose gold pen and pencil holder, some rose gold binder clips, and the scissors. And then you have your little fold. Oh, the other thing I forgot is glue. I'm going to use this tacky glue because it's right here on the table. And I got this tacky glue from, you can use glue strips if you want. I'm going to use I got it from the Dollar Tree. I know they sell it in Dollar Tree, but this looks kind of big. So I'm almost sure I got it from Joann's. And I'm not going to use a whole lot. I'm going to try not to use a whole lot. I'm not good with glue. I am like the Messy Marvin of glue, literally. And now I need a paper towel because And then for the top, I am going to take the top edge and line it up with the point there and punch, and then flip it and do the same exact thing. And punch. But I'm wasting time. So if you didn't see this in another video haul, I got these from Joann's. They were on sale. They're normally $1.99, but I think they were like 69 cents once by the time I got to the register. And so I'm just gonna put a little piece of tape on the sides here, just to hold it down for when it goes through the laminator. And you might hear some of the kids playing outside. I have my door and my windows open actually. I'm just looking to actually cut this in half because I don't need it all. I only need like a little piece because it's just going to hold and the laminator is going to do the rest. I'm trying to save at all costs here. So there's one. There we go. And I'm hoping the kids don't take a peek in my house, because the funny thing about them is they know I am a YouTuber and I did a project outside. And once they saw me doing stuff, they would not leave. They wanted to hang at my camera to watch me do my project. All right, so that is on there. Now I need to do a top up here. I'm trying to figure out, every time I do this, it some kind of way ends up off. It's a whole thing. And so now I'm going to trim this down every time I do the hole punch. I'll just trim down the one that we're doing for right now. And I actually just used the marker. So again, I'm just putting it to the silver marker. There. Flip it. Put it to the edge again of that little notch. And punch. If you see what I mean, like there's like a little white border around. But when I laminate it, I'm just going to tear the pocket. So that extra little piece of tape that I had, I am just going to slap it in the middle, no particular place. Get ready. Just slap it and then. So my lines, my 3 lines are here, and I am just going to fold. Place the top. Fold. And fold. Oops. I didn't put it down there. Just to give it that crease. Alright, so that is on. And so these will get laminated. And where my lines are, I am actually going to my new laminator. If you guys have been watching my Insta stories, you know that my previous laminator ate up my, and I am using the side as I was trying to do a clear dashboard, a reusable dashboard. And I already have it. No idea why it wanted to rebel against me, but it did. And me and my DIY self decided I was going to take it apart to fix, and I didn't fix it. So I had to buy the Scotch laminator for $19.99 from Walmart. It's actually advertised as $21.88, but when I got to Walmart, it was $19.99. And so, yeah. So let's get this laminator. we'll punch a hole. And then what I'll do is, I just have it right here. I'll slice this open, going all the way across without breaking the seal. So I'm not going to go into those side pieces right there. And I always get nervous here. And sometimes when I do it, it doesn't open, and then I also don't want to go so far that oh, that was our first run. So now I have a pocket. And you can stick anything in there. And then I'll just cut around here. I need a hole punch catcher for these. These things are pretty heavy. I got this hole puncher from Joann's, and the sad thing is you can't use a punch, but I don't have any. I'm sorry if I just shook the camera. I didn't realize. I am going to sit something on top of this because, as you can see, it like has a bend, and I try to only shop with coupons. All right, back to the. I could have just used the owl thing that I'm actually about to use. On my middle line, I am going to guesstimate easier. So I calculate the center, and I'm going to. And where did I just do with the owl? Hole that has been on this table. How in the world am I losing stuff? Oh, here we go. So this is an owl, AWL, and it helps you with putting holes and things like the center of your projects. So what I'm going to first do is string through it to close it. Turn off my light. Now there is a way where you can do this with guesstimate. Oh, actually, I have my hole in the center mason jar. Let's finish this part first, so I can move it out of the way. This too big. Actually, I don't want my. I don't know what you want to call it. I don't want it to be on the outside. So I'm going to kind of push that inward. And then we'll just cut around the edges, because I don't think the hole punch thing. And trying to be super careful not to put a big hole. I love this paper. I think. All right, so what she instructed, and I found to be true, is that you want to take at least 24 inches of this string here so that you can weed it through. And I'm sorry guys, this video may seem long, so I will hopefully do a lot of cutting up. So that is 22 and then 2. So I just measured 24 inches, and then I am going to measure another 9 inches. I think she used 10, between 9 and 10 inches for this center elastic, but I think I used 9 and I was happy with the 9. All right, time for all right. Boom. So up next, we are going to weed in, sew in our string. Starting at the bottom. And you're going to leave about that much out. I don't know how much is that? That's almost 3 inches. And then you're going to go to the top and pull it nice and taut. And then now I'm ready for my inserts. All right, no I'm not, because I have to go down the middle, my middle string. Now this is a difficult part because you're trying to push this through the hole. Come over to the left side, my hole is on the bottom. And big enough. Throw that through. Just don't want to make it too then go to the top of the left side. That through. You have to get both pieces in there. And then right, this end and this end you're going to put through the middle so that it'll come through a sharp edge to assist, like that. Now I'm just giving myself a little bit more room on the other side. There we go. And then I'll just put it. Definitely be careful. I want to say don't try this at home, but where else you gonna try that? I didn't even have a string attached. This is the hardest part. Oh, there's no gold. Okay. I wasn't paying attention to the string color, but that's all right. I could change it later. Because I did see some green elastic. All right, there we go. Somewhere in my stash. But for the sake of the video, it's going to be white today. And I think it was a darker green, almost like a hunter green. All right, so we got it. And then from here, I'm going to tie my knot because I already know that this is the length that I want to use. Double knot, triple knot, I've done the other one. However way you like to knot. And then I'll just double knot it this way. Do that. I don't want my stuff to come apart, so I am going to triple knot it. And I'll just pull the knot. And then I'll cut it down somewhat. And then tighten. I want to make sure without pulling it all the way back through. And one way that you know that that you're at a good pull is that your sides aren't curving, so that means that you didn't do it too tight. But the 24 inches gives you a test run just to make sure that. And then if you are still skeptical, you see where you have that knot. If you have a glue gun or maybe some E6000 and a Q-tip, you can just dab it with a little glue. So I'm just going to cut. All right, so preliminary, bam. make sure that you have the edge of the notebook